Welcome back everyone to Kingdoms and Castles, and the pressure is on. I do believe Alpha 5 is going to be out shortly. They're currently bug testing from what I've seen, so I'm not really sure what's going to be in it. I've seen something about a market, but that's kind of all that's been mentioned so far. There is clearly still some bugs. There's bugs with these counters down here. They don't work properly, which they're aware of. Such as it's saying I have 280 stone, and this was full. I've had to demolish the stockpile and rebuild it again, and they're now removing it. So yeah, I remember that bug from the previous alpha as well. So right, what have I done since the last episode? Well, I finished this area off, which you can not really see because of the snow. I've put some more of the piers in. The boat still came in and landed on the piers, not when it was like this. So I'm waiting for an attack to come this way, and I've put another line of wall just to see what happens. Ooh, there's trouble. Gone. A little bit more farms, and obviously we're almost at 1,000 population now. Not too far. Food was almost maxed out. It has started to drop a little bit, so I might need to put some more farms in. But the thing is, you've got to wait for these guys to level up. Although they are Grandmaster now, so they should be doing a fairly good job. The only thing that's annoying is when they attack this way, so I think the aim is to finish this wall off. And as I say, the pressure is on, because once the next alpha comes, the odds are that this save will disappear. Unless they've fixed that. I don't know if they've fixed that yet. They probably will fix it for beta. But yeah, we'll find out soon, I guess. Okay, I've decided to zoom in because that's when it plays music. It gets a little bit weird when you're out here. It gets a little bit glitchy. So I'm going to try and play a little bit more zoomed in so you actually get the sound effects and the music, because I think it sounds a little bit odd and eerie without the sounds. But yeah, it's not looking too bad. There's some nice land over here that I could use for farmland. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it. I say that, I'm probably going to completely miss it, and yeah, we'll run out. Okay, this is all done. So the issue we're having at the moment is, because I have so many idle workers, and bearing in mind there is people working, once I queue them all up, we've not got the stone and wood to keep up. So I've recently put some extra quarries in, although I never put one here. There we go. There's a missed opportunity right there, right next to a stockpile too. So we'll get those in. I think I'll put 2 here and 3 here, so hopefully that should start to bolster the stone supplies, because that's the only thing that is slowing me down with building these piers and things. But they do take an absolute age to build, even with all the people that I've got. So there we go, run out of stone. Even though I kind of exclusively play the game on this speed as well, I don't think I'm going to build any houses in this episode. We'll see. It is about watching the food and understanding what's going on there before I do anything. Don't get me wrong, there's lots of land that I can expand onto. I mean, even this has stabilized the food a little bit. But when you consider we have all these manor houses here, I mean, that's quite a view actually. It's starting to actually look kind of nice. I'm not necessarily going kind of for a specific look, but I think this isn't a bad kind of setup. Now, it's hard to tell. Hopefully they put the fires out. There's plenty of these wells everywhere. There's no excuse. Perfect. Let me slow the game down a second. So to try and... Man, not bothered about you. Yeah, try and maximise the coverage. Now, this is the only... kind of house was that? A cottage that we've got in here, I think. The rest are manor houses. There you were. Ooh. Okay. So we're having a little bit of a charcoal issue, which is weird because when we had these, it was doing quite well. Well, let me just fix that quickly before I continue talking. That might be enough to do it. Yeah, so although you can't really see where the coverage is because it seems where these are, it kind of hides this little outline that you can see here, which is slightly annoying. But I know one of those will only cover a certain area, so I've got 2 pubs. And the church should just about stretch, and it does. I can see edge either side. And then the market square is fairly big. I think, again, it just about keeps it in. So you might get away with actually putting some more cottages on here. No, cottages, manor houses, I don't know. But this seems to be a kind of a fairly efficient setup, so it gives them all their needs, although you can't really see that at the moment, because they've not got charcoal. Yeah, so they've got pretty much everything they want. Their happiness has been 100% most of the time, but I think, yeah, there's a little bit of negativity from the charcoal, which is fine. Might as well put that back in. I think where these counters are not working properly, that's part of the problem. So the game is thinking there's more than there is, or it's showing me there's more and it's not doing it properly. So how are we getting on here? We're probably going to have a few people drowned at some point, which is unfortunate. Well, that's what happens when you come to build these walls out in the water. Oh, come on, I didn't mean to place it there. Hopefully we will have enough stone shortly. Let's speed the game right up. Here we go. So this is almost the last bit. Now, I know I've got to actually build the wall on top of it, but the good thing about these as well, so if you... We don't know if they're going to constantly bypass the wall, but even if you surrounded your island with piers, they tend to land on the closest object. So, for example, the boats could come all the way through and land here. But if this is here, the odds are the boat will probably land on this, which gives you a little bit more time to actually shoot their people. Especially if they've got to swim across like this, because it takes them a lot longer. So potentially there's kind of an advantage to having a few of these dotted around in the water. I don't know. It's kind of an assumption I'm making based on what I've been watching. I've not actually fully tested it. Right, hopefully. Yeah, see, food is still hovering around the same, so I think we're okay. I wouldn't want to expand right now, but we're definitely going to hit 1,000. So I'm going to do another one of these little setups. Probably in here somewhere. It's hard because I want to use this farmland. Although I could probably do it here. Probably might squeeze it in here because most of this is like redundant land, and we got the farmland sort of around there. So I think potentially we'll probably get 2,000 population. I don't think we'll get 3,000 because I don't think we'll have the food production. I could be wrong. And then again, if the patch comes down, my game auto updates. So maybe I should turn the auto updates off. I don't know. You'll have to let me know on that. If it goes, it goes. I mean, I'm not bothered. I'll just keep playing it anyway because I'm really enjoying it. It's a really fun and addictive game. Even if I'm not doing an episode every day like some people expect, but there's things that I do off camera, so I need a little bit of time to do those things. Because otherwise you'd be sat here watching me doing exactly what I'm doing for an entire episode, but on a much kind of more boring, slower scale, I guess. This gives me time to actually look at what's going on and test things and kind of give me some things to talk about rather than kind of playing ad hoc. Wow, look at all these people coming in. I've actually used all the idle workers. A few people are missing. Have they drowned? Plague, basically. No one's drowned. Okay. Oh. Mysterious circumstances. I'd love to know what that is. Other than being mysterious. Right, let's, oh. Where are they coming from? Yeah. They're doing that just to annoy me. Couldn't you kind of come in here? In fact, let me pause the game. I don't want them taking these out because sometimes it's useful to have the wood. That's kind of an awkward place that they're coming in as well. Because there's no defences. See, they pre-pick where they're going to land. I'd removed the piers and they've decided to step on them, even though they don't exist. So I'm wondering if it's these bridges that have been causing me the problems. Oh, this is going to be really horrible. Yeah, there's... Oh, here we go, look. It just got wiped out. We lost their hospital. We're going to need this. So let's rebuild it. That's such a weird glitch. I'm not the only person having that glitch either. I have seen it in some screenshots. I think we are messing with the game's head though, which is kind of funny. How many people did we lose there? Quite a few. It's going to upset people. But never mind. I think it is the bridge. But we're not going to know just yet because it's going to take a lot of resources kind of to fill all these areas in. But this wall is coming along quite nicely. Albeit it's got no archer towers or anything on there yet, but I guess we could put some... No, I didn't want to do that. We could put some defences on these. That would be the next logical thing to do, I suppose. How are we getting on? Okay. I definitely want to get this done in this episode, though. So, let's get you across here. Here comes a dragon. Let's just start calling it the ex-mother-in-law or something like that. Although when that breathes fire, not the little one, when the big one does it, my goodness, the chaos. I think one breathed fire over here really, and it set fire to literally everything in this sort of radius. It was, we've managed to deal with it just on the basis I have so many spare people, but churches are too crowded. Well, that's not surprising. Because I don't have any spare ones. What have we got in here? You're all done. Am I trying to build the wrong thing? Yes, would be the answer to that. Let's get you in there. Now, I don't know if we'll get another attack in the time I'm doing this, because they seem so few and far between now. Which, I complained, I think, in the last alpha, that the attacks were too frequent, and they almost feel not frequent enough. Or they should scale, because if you think, I've almost surrounded my entire island, I've got almost 1,000 population. We've got a fair amount of defences, but the attacks have got a little bit harder, but I still think when you get into this point, they should be a little bit more challenging. I mean, if I had archer towers and stuff on here, they wouldn't stand a chance. But then again, that might be enough to actually cause them to send some tougher troops in. Who knows? Okay, I just thought I'd fast forward a little bit just to kind of move this on. As you can see, we're almost at the final bit now. We've just got to wait for these last couple of bits. Obviously, we know they're still going to find a way through, but at least I kind of feel comforted by the fact we've actually got the wall finished. So as soon as we've done this, I'm going to put some more farmland down and we're going to build a few more houses. I want to get that 1,000 before we end the episode as well, because it's just like a big landmark. Although the game is suffering, my FPS is at 25 at the moment, which isn't great. So everything we're doing has definitely slowed the game down some. But we kind of expected that, I think. It's just natural, kind of. The more stuff you throw at it, the more it's going to suffer. But bearing in mind, the game is still alpha, not optimized. So, yeah. Okay, one last piece. How much have we got to put in here? 3. This could be the last bit of wood. Oh, you would. No pun intended. Are you the last thing there? I think you might be. Bingo. There we go. And there goes the music. Okay, so let's think about farms. As I say that, the inevitable snow comes. Let's slow the game down while we look. Okay. We can just put some random orchards around. I'll go and figure out what that is in a second. Let's put you there. Let's get rid of you. I feel like something else blew up then as well. I saw the screen move, but I didn't hear a noise. This is the thing now. I've got to try and find it. There's so many things. Well, that was one of them. We'll assume that was it. Oh no, wait a minute. There we go. There's a little bit of a road there. Perfect. How are we doing? Have we finished? Oh, almost. Although this would be some good farmland as well. We need some roads down here. Okay. I'm going to have to take that corner road off to make this fit nicely, I think. So we need... Let's come across here. There, there. There, and this bit needs to go. Which, kind of annoying, but it's all about the optimization. And we need... What am I looking for? Road. I'm not sure if that will be enough. But I know if we do this, this will make it a little bit easier in some respects. I think I've not done that right, haven't I? So you there, that's one whole one. Yeah, these are kind of sharing a square. So really that needs to be there. Let's go with you. There we go. And that one's a desert square anyway, so that's fine. So, oh, we have an attack. Pause. Now I'm also tempted just to fill these ones in as well. Whoa, a little bit lag. And we'll also put in some granaries. I say some, I can only get one there. Let's get a pier in there. Which way are they coming from? I want them to go up the top. So they're going to come crashing through this. Again, no defences along here. Which is somewhat annoying, so they're going to take loads of people and cause chaos. Although it looks like that ogre is going to bite the dust. Oh, he one-shot my wall. How about that? Doesn't seem hardly fair, does it? How many did we lose? Quite a few, okay. Frustrating, never mind. They will eventually come this way and it will answer my question. I think we'll just end up putting towers everywhere. We're going to have hundreds of people spare anyway, so I don't mind dedicating those to a little bit of defence. Oh, we've missed one here. There we go. Have you there. Probably makes sense as well, just to kind of finish that off properly. And we haven't got a well here, have we? So we will put that in as well. Okay, putting a well in this. I've got to stop doing that. It sounds so bad every time I say it, but it's just unfortunate. Yeah, food has dropped, but that's probably where we've just lost a lot of people. No one visited this year. Well, that's not surprising. Let's use some of that wonderful gold. Excellent. I want this finished so I can, because I will forget. Without a shadow of a doubt, I will forget to put this in. So 25 wood at one side. This shouldn't take too long. Yeah, because they're all on land. They don't have to swim anywhere. Okay. Here they all come. Lots of people. To have 187 people spare though. It's absurd. This is good. This makes things a lot easier. 5 wood. One more person and that should have that done. And we can get the granary in. Brilliant. There we go. And we will... I might even put a well here. Put one there. And just run a road here too. Fantastic. Now that should provide us with a little bit more food that we need. So, I'm thinking... Oh! We lost a church. That would have been one of the big explosions. How I missed that, I don't know. Let's get one of these in. It won't take very long to build. Put you in there. This has got to be mostly farmland. I'm thinking we're going to have to build some of the towns on areas like that. And here, I suppose. So we're going to be back to putting even more of these piers in. Which is probably the more time-consuming thing. In fact, let's speed the game up. We might not get 1,000 by the end of the episode, not unless I just chuck some random houses in. Put you in there. Here they come. The good thing is, when you're building here, they're a lot closer to where the resources are stored, so they don't have to walk as far. Which is one perk. I could build some houses here. Let's go for that. Although I want that green. if I put them here, they're not going to have a church or anything like that. Not unless I go with some of the smaller houses. How can we make this work? Because I want this land for farm. Okay, let's go with... Oh, they're going to need a road access too. I could just put hovels, but even they like a little bit of happiness, you know? Don't know if we can do anything else over here. Again, this could be farmland. Although that... Decisions and decisions. How are we doing over here? Yeah, I can't really put anything else in there. I'm tempted to put some houses here. I think they're kind of on the borderline. I think, yeah, let's go for it. I know it's going to be right against the wall, but I think if we go something like, and then we will sneak another one here eventually. We haven't got the food for that. I'm pretty sure we've not. We'll see, because we've just built this and these guys have got to train up, so we'll see what happens. And we'll see what their happiness is like, because I can potentially put some extra bits. I mean, I could stick a church in here, and maybe another church on this end as well. Let's see what they do. It's just crazy. I could just sit here, just watching them run along, getting everything done. We're getting lots of sick people, though. We probably need a few more hospitals dotted around. Not that we lose many people, which I think is quite a good thing. We could have some houses in here. Maybe another. Let's put a hospital in here. I know there's one here, but it doesn't really make a difference as long as they kind of spread out around the map. Oh, 24 died. And then 24 replaced them straight away. Fantastic. Oh no. Oh, they can get in there. That building didn't even look like it was on fire. I can clearly see the rubble is now, but it just literally exploded. Let's get another manor house in. Okay. Just wipe everything out. It's fine. No problem. We'll just rebuild it. Got a lot of spare people. This must be... We're not short of resources. Again, it's probably just the travelling over here. I'm kind of worried if I build that there, they won't be able to get to the pub, but we'll see. Wow, you picked such a weird way to come. Let me try and dissuade them from coming that way. Might be able to. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Yeah, food is starting to pick up. Then again, we lost our house. Oh. What did we lose then? I know there's a lot of broken bridges up here. Oh, well, okay. It's really hard to see him. I know I'm moving around fairly quickly, but I could sit here and stare at it sometimes and still not see what we've lost. Ah. We can put some more roads here. Not that they're kind of going anywhere, but they're there anyway. I think that worked. They don't seem to be coming this way now. Brilliant. But they've almost done that. That was so quick. So these hold, what is it, 25? Yeah, okay. So that's another 100 there, isn't it? So that'd be 969. Oh, we might just be short once that gets built. Yeah, food is going crazy again. That's what we want. I think if we get rid of this well, we'll put it there, and we'll chuck another manor house here. You built. So you have nearby church, town square, neighbours, well access, charcoal. You don't have access to a pub, basically. So even if it's on the kind of the cusp of the catchment area, it still seems to pick it up. Yeah, so they've just not got pubs. But I can put a pub either side. Okay. So if we put a sorry, I should call it a tavern. seeing as that's what it's called in the game. We might even be able to get a church. And I might kind of duplicate that on the other side. Are they picking up on the fact that there is a... No, they're not yet. 969 people. We're almost there. This house is almost done as well. 994, brilliant. As soon as that's built, we've definitely got there. But while we're waiting, so we need another couple of these. May as well get them in. We've got the resources, yes we have. We can get a church and another, was it a tavern? We run a road down here. We have to move that well, I think. It's all working quite nicely. I almost said well, but I'm learning not to say the same word in the same sentence over and over like that. It doesn't necessarily... I don't think we're going to get another attack before we end the episode, though. What are you going to land on? Nothing. Game over for you, sunshine. So what are we waiting on? 14 wood. Oh, I'm not even going to look. I'll find out what that is later on. Wow. It's really lagging. Remember I said it was 20 something frames per second? It's now 15. And I have a fairly decent computer at the moment, so... Yeah. I'm starting to feel it. There we go. 1019. Do you reckon we can get 2000? I think we could. But then again, it's all about the food. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. But until next time, as always, take care.